name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, a.k.a. El Scorcho. Right now, I'm a.k.a. hung the fuck over.
It happens.
I flew back in from the beach house just to come do the podcast, and I tell you what, I'm higher than the fucking bottle rockets we were shooting off last night, is all I can fucking tell you. I haven't even slept, but you know what? For the fans out there, I got to do whatever it takes, Skip.
Absolutely. Well, welcome back. I understand you're leaving right after the podcast.
I'm coming right back. Like I said, I'm going right back to the beach house. Shout out to everybody in there in San Diego. Last night, we had a blast lighting off fucking fireworks. I've been lighting off every fucking thing you could possibly do. I'm off the third store balcony. I don't know if I shot more bottle rockets and fireworks off or more nuts with my girl Kelly out there over the last few days. I don't know, but I was shooting shit off nonstop. Nuts, fireworks, blah, blah, blah. Had a great fucking time,
So
man.
that's the initial question of the day.
Yeah. What did Steve shoot more of? Fireworks or nuts over the 3-day weekend?
I'm going to say more fireworks, bro.
Anyway, man, had a fantastic time, man. Flew back in just to do the podcast. We're going back out to San Diego till Saturday. You're in the area, you know, I ball out of control. It's not hard to find me. I light up any room just like a firework.
Will there be more fireworks this weekend?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, as soon as I get back, it's on. Once again, it's on.
You know, the beautiful thing about July 4th being on a Wednesday this year, Steve, you get to celebrate 2 weekends.
Oh, you really do. That's a fucking fact. And I think I'm going to celebrate about 3.
Nice.
We're going back to back like Drake. You know what I mean?
Thursday, July 5th, podcast number 175, and Steve is barely alive.
You ain't lying. One thing about me, though, I stay composed. I keep my mental clarity. I just smoke some Master Closer Kush. So, you know, as far as the show, I got this, like, wrapped around my fingers.
You can do this shit in your sleep, bro.
You know what I mean? But anyway, welcome everybody back to the VIP Sports Podcast. Coming live and direct from our offices here in Las Vegas. Our new state-of-the-art studio, sponsored by our boys over there at betonline.ag. Shout out to Southwest Airlines. Shout out to Vitamin Water. Shout out to all of our new sponsors that are up and coming, paperhead.com, all of our big boys. Advertising opportunity. As you know, the business keeps getting bigger and bigger. States are getting legal daily. Pennsylvania's pretty much already taken fucking bets.
Right around the corner.
I mean, your boys out there were taking, there's got to be more, but there had to be more bookmakers per person in PA probably than anywhere.
Per square mile, probably more bookmakers in Philly and Jersey, New York. Absolutely. The Northeast corridor, more bookmakers per square mile than anywhere in the country. Now, I know there was no shortage of being able to get a wager in my neighborhood.
That's a fucking fact. Now, let me ask you, you know, you've been in the business for a long, long fucking time, 20-something odd years. Remember when Hawaii was very big for us when gambling wasn't legal nowhere? There was a house on every corner. What happened to the brothers? I haven't had any fucking Hawaiians, brother, in a long time.
It's funny you mentioned that. I mean,
my book used to stay full of Hawaiians.
Well, they love betting football. They're just not as big into baseball as the rest of the country for some reason.
Right, but
and actually, they're really not into basketball that much. They like their college basketball.
We like football, brother.
The brothers love the football. They love the NFL. They love the college football. Brother, where have you been, brother?
But I'm saying there used to be a house on every corner, brother. We could get the game in. I haven't had any Hawaiians, even in football. They're not. Well, I don't know if Hawaii stomped down on all these little betting parlors that they had everywhere, but
well, maybe Dog the Bounty Hunter locked everybody up.
God damn. Snitching ass long hair motherfucker.
Maybe Dog and Beth fucking locked them up.
Oh my God.
You know, one thing about Hawaii, the local houses out there that are run mainly by the Asians.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course. They run the whole island.
They charge 20% juice. So a lot of Hawaiians, you know, the brothers, they don't like that 20% juice shit.
Well, no,
and they won't set up an offshore account because the brothers out in Hawaii, they're like, they don't trust the offshores for some reason. So they'll stick with that local house because they can get paid instantly. Okay, but the local houses in Hawaii, they all charge 20% juice. So if you want to bet Penn State today on a college football game, you got to lay 120 to make 100. Whereas Most books are 110, and as you know, here in Vegas, 110. I mean, when they charge an extra 10% juice, that really taps into your profit margin.
Well, it looks like those bookies are trying to get their fucking money. They're just looking to make the 20%,
absolutely.
period. However, when sports betting, becomes legal in about 30 states, which it is, these offshores and these different people are going to have even money lines.
I got people calling me from Jersey nonstop right now. They're down at Monmouth firing. They're in Atlantic City. From what I hear, Atlantic City, the whole city is fucking changing now.
Now they should.
Now that sports bet's up,
Correct.
I mean, the city is being revitalized already, and it's just starting.
And anyway, like I said, advertising opportunity. If you're watching or listening to the podcast, you own a small business, you work at a company interested in getting involved with this booming sports betting industry, send us an email to advertising@VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you with all the details on to become a sponsor of our show. Now, if you're just now tuning into our show, the VIP Sports Podcast is pretty much a spinoff of our show, Money Talks, we had on CNBC. I'm the #1 documented individual, the best sports consultant money can buy. In other words, I'm no different than a stockbroker. I'm selling information. I'm selling tips. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer.
Correct.
Plain and fucking simple. And my job is to bring you and show you guys the ins and outs of sports betting. This podcast is all about sports betting, how you can make money doing it. There's more money to be made betting sports than any other investment in the fucking world. People work all year to make 20% in the stock market. We're making you 300-400% a week on your money.
Amen.
Big fucking difference. So you want to play with the big boys and get big results? Come to VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Anyway, like I said, you want to get a hold of us. We do not email. We do not send out text messages. Anybody that says we've taken over VIP Sports or VIP Sports wanted us to call or using us as an affiliate, they're a complete fraud. You want to know that it's us? 877-220-6540. If you're looking for a free pick, don't even call us.
Keep looking.
Go to our call us in football. However, just fucking with you, we have packages for all size, shapes, a level of sports bettors.
Right.
Whether you're crawling or balling, we got something for you. If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. When you click the subscribe button, make sure you also hit that little bell. Yes, guys, I'm coming back with the Rolls-Royce Motivation 101s. The last one was a little rough out there, but the next one is going to be all about intro, how you start your day. Waking up telling yourself that you're positive. Not if you're going to sell today, it's how many you're going to fucking sell type deal. Show you how to get a mental clarity and a mental focus first thing in the morning with your boner as soon as you wake up. You know what I mean? That's what Rolls-Royce...
How to take care of that fucking morning wood.
How to shoot one off, stay focused, and how much money you're going to make today.
That's it. First thing you have to do is know how to take care of that morning wood.
Goddamn right.
Start your day proper and prim.
If you can't shoot one off yourself, then, I mean, you're definitely not going to sell nobody.
That's it.
I don't know how you got Gregory Stewart swears he's never jacked off in his life, but
yeah,
I don't see how he sells deals.
Listen, do you got a guy in your office that says he's never jacked off in his life?
There's 3 things he says he's never fucking done in the office. We should actually get a lie detector test because he'd fail.
We should get him in here, actually.
Yeah, actually. Hey,
Stewart!
Hey, Stu!
Come here!
But anyway, like I said, we don't do any emails. We don't text. You want to make sure it's Skip and I, 877-220-6540. Call us directly. Like I said, go to our website. We got packages for everybody. Hey, Mr. Stewart, how are you?
Come on, sit down,
Hey,
Stu.
Stu, sit right here real quick.
Sit down.
You could probably barely hear you, so you're going to have to speak up. Now, we're thinking about bringing a lie detector into the office. Now, I know you're from East Local and you're getting a little scared. Your butt cheeks are clenching up. We're not worried. It's nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about that police shit. You know what I mean?
You can't tell a guy from East. You can't start out by telling a guy from East Oakland.
We're going to bring a lie detector.
Sit down. We're going to bring in the lie detector.
He was getting right. We're thinking about bringing a lie detector test because there's 3 things. Was it 3 or 4? There's 3 things that you swear that you've never done.
I'm out of here.
So there's no sense of bringing the lie detector. Hey, I need to know the answer. Sit down. I want to know the answer,
Come on,
dude.
Stu,
this is not going to incriminate you by any way, means, shape, or possible.
Let's talk, Stu.
Now, Stu, one thing that you said, I want to look you in your eye. I want to look.
Hold on.
No, hold on.
Set this up.
All right.
We were talking about. He's talking about motivation and morning motivation and what you need to do to start your morning.
Yeah. Right.
So the very first thing you need
What
to
comes
do.
to mind is, if you're going to sell somebody, you got to know how to shoot your nut off. First thing in the morning. You can't shoot your own nut off. You can't sell nobody. So that's how the conversation came to a head, right?
Correct.
We instantly thought of Stu somehow.
You have to be able to take care of your morning wood.
Right. So we were like, that's crazy. We got guys in our office said they've. So Stu, one of the very first things here that if we were to bring a lie detector test, what I would like to ask you is, you said that you've never jacked off.
Never.
Look the the camera in
Hold on.
Look
No, look at me. Stu, have you ever jacked off?
Never in my life.
At least I know what he looks like when he's lying now, for sure.
Listen,
Now, hold on.
I've had wet dreams before, but I never have.
You've had
I've
wet
had
dreams.
wet dreams before.
Stu, so you're telling me you've done time in the Navy, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, let's set that
throughout
up.
all your time.
Like I said, I've had wet dreams before.
Well, we're talking about jacking your cock off and shooting a nut.
I can't discuss my personal.
You said that you've never said. This has nothing to do with the marriage.
My wife watched
This,
this podcast.
no, and listen, Deacon. This is very professional, Deacon.
We would never incriminate you with your wife ever.
Ever. You said you've never masturbated ever in your life.
Never.
And
No.
how long were you in the Navy?
8 years.
8 years in the Navy,
Okay,
folks.
so I guess what we're going to do is we're going to have a contest, and you guys are going to answer liar or telling the truth. So the first one is, do you think that he's telling the truth? Has he jacked off? Yes or no? I'd have to say guarantee.
I say yes. I say he's lying.
He's lying for sure.
And I know Stu for, 18 years?
Yeah.
All right.
Long time.
All right.
Yeah.
Second one. You've never raped pussy.
Never. Never. I can't see myself eat something, walk away from me. Bottom line, I can't do it.
Eat something that walk away. What if it walks up to you? Huh?
I'm not touching it.
Oh my God! We found out that one of our producers said that he didn't realize that he's the Michael Jordan of eating pussy. I guess.
No, he said the Michael Trout.
Oh, the Mike Trout. He's the Mike Trout of eating pussy.
He said
Hold on.
Skip. He said Skip. I didn't realize that I'm the Michael Trout of eating pussy.
Hold on. Now, the answer is, he said he's never ate pussy in his life. Do you believe him? Yes or no? I believe him.
Okay.
What's your answer?
I might believe that.
Did you see that look that he gave when I asked him?
He did look pretty serious.
Stu, one more time. Have you ever ate pussy?
Never. I'm not going to do that.
Okay. Now, you were talking about something that walks away from you. What does that mean?
Like, a woman, you eat something, and wants to walk away from you.
Right.
I'm not going to do that.
I'm sure you've had a worse sandwich than eating a pussy, huh?
I don't know what
Well, he don't know. He don't know what
He don't know what it tastes like. So, do you realize women have a lot of sexual? You know what a clit is?
Yeah.
You know. So you've never sucked a clitoris before? No, never before.
Wow.
Never got a girl all primed up or whatever.
No, never going
So
down.
what do you do? You
Don't
finger?
use your finger.
Yeah.
Just your finger on the clit.
Well, no, I guess he just gets naked and just gets going. I guess we won't get any deeper. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's two things he said he's never done.
That's what his girl
He's never
said.
jacked off, and he's never ate pussy. There's one more. Stu, have you ever farted in the office?
Never have.
Motherfucker, you eat Mexican food 5 days a week.
Not no more.
Skip.
Not
Skip.
anymore. Not anymore.
I'm on the bananas and, the watermelon type kick right
He
now.
shorted too much.
Pajamas and watermelon.
I eat bananas and watermelon. I don't fart anymore.
No, I
Stu, hold on.
I just never fart in the office, man. I respect for everybody in the room. Nobody smelling my crap like that, man.
Okay, I
If
said.
I have to, I'll go outside.
Stu, you gotta tell me, like, if you were running a deal or you got excited, you never slipped something out your ass on the way to verification?
No.
Never. Stu,
No.
you've never farted in the office.
Never.
I gotta
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
be honest with you. I farted 3 times just now. I've been laughing so hard. I think I just farted at least 3 times.
The question is, ladies and gentlemen, number 3, he says that he's never farted in the office. Do you believe him or not? Fuck no, I don't believe
Hell
him.
no.
You're accidentally farting no matter what throughout the day, man.
This motherfucker eats more. He eats more Mexican food than a Mexican. Don't tell me
Hey,
you don't.
Stu,
No, I don't.
we love you to death. One thing you do know how to do
Right
is
business.
get that fucking money,
Yeah,
man. And that's all that matters, man. But I don't believe that you've never. I do believe. I'll never believe you ain't never jacked off. It don't happen. When you get a hard dick at 12, 13, that's the first thing. As soon as I knew what my dick could do, there was no more like when I was 13, my mom and dad was like, let's go out to eat. Nah, I'm going to stay at the house tonight, guys. You go ahead and go out there. I'd smoke a little roach and shoot 3-4 nuts off in that motherfucker, man. Anyway, that was...
I'm going to go ahead and pass on Tommy Rockers later. I'm not going to. Hey, Mom, I'm not going to Red Robin, man. I found a new toy in my underwear.
So anyway,
Oh,
so
God.
I'm just telling you some of the salesmen that we deal with, guys. You know
This
what I
is
mean?
the-
One thing led to another. Sorry about that.
This is the shit we got to deal with every day.
But if you believe that, you're out of your fucking mind.
Yeah,
All right. Fuck.
Holy fuck.
Well, I want to welcome all the new listeners around the world on the Podcast One to the VIP Sports Podcast. Excited to bring you in my life, a guy that bets big and lives larger in this billion-dollar industry. Download new episodes every Thursday on the Podcast One app Apple Podcast, or podcast1.com. If you're just listening to the podcast and not watching it, you're missing out. So make sure you check us on YouTube every week as well. Shout out to Podcast One. You linked us up with Robert Downey Jr., one of our biggest. I mean, you guys are doing just shit that really we appreciate.
Things that we never thought were even possible.
Things that we didn't know that you would do.
Yeah.
And you're going over and beyond what we ever thought was possible.
Absolutely.
Podcast One, thank you for everything.
Yep.
And like I said.
This podcast has been so good, I guarantee fucking Poppy will fuck something up.
Oh, there's going to be a camera to black out. Here's what's going to happen. Hey, that first 20 minutes, we didn't
We
get
missed the whole thing.
Oh, my God.
You're not going to believe it, Steve. It wasn't recorded. I can't believe it.
Oh, my fucking God. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you today. Like I said, we're going to get into a little baseball talk. There's no sense of doing a football preview right now because we need to tell you guys about the money in baseball.
It's July 5th.
Yeah, you know, what to stay away from, what to do. We're about to be in the All-Star break. Shit's slowing down big fucking time, just like I am. Might have to break open that crown a little bit to get me pumped up, to get me back to San Diego.
You're doing fine.
Anyway, guys, our baseball talk is sponsored by our boys over there at betonline.ag. BetOnline.ag is one of the web's most popular betting destinations. Sign up for an account using the promotional code ALLDAY. Get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. With its management team together since 1991, BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every sport and event possible. Once you see firsthand for yourself, BetOnline.ag is where to go. So like I said, you want fast payouts, you want to deal with a no-nonsense sports book, a high-limit sports book, takes wagering on everything, BetOnline.ag.
Because you can, brother.
Goddamn right you can. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we don't do any text messages and all that, so you make sure if you're talking to VIP Sports, you make sure that you call us at 877-220-6540, shorty.
Fucking crying over here, dude.
My jaw fucking hurts, dude. I'm not going to lie.
I got to tell you.
Shout out to Deacon. Never jacked off.
Shout out
never ate pussy, and he's never farted in the office ever.
Well, the reason why we call him a deacon, he's actually a deacon.
Oh yeah, he is for sure.
On top of everything else, he's a deacon.
I couldn't believe we got that much out of him. I thought he was going to leave and never come back in.
Well, you can't have a deacon admitting that he eats pussy and farts in the office and doesn't jerk and doesn't jerk off. I mean, a deacon would never lie, right?
Man, you wouldn't think so. But I'd have to say that deacon might have stretched the truth a little bit. He had a wet dream.
Yeah.
He's had wet dreams.
Oh, my God. When he said that, I almost pissed in my pants.
Oh, so did I. He's had wet dreams. I mean, that was...
Oh, my God.
Anyway, Skip.
I told you my niece was here, dude.
Actually, you did.
Oh,
man, I'm so sorry. I'm hungover. So what happened? You brought your niece in? You want to bring that into... I mean, I think we should get right into baseball.
Okay.
Anyway, but I'm going to talk about your niece. You brought her in. How long is she here for?
She's been here too long.
Only someone with kids, man. Your kids are full grown, dude. Right side graduated. You dropped a tear. You're like, dude, see ya. You did your job.
Yeah, listen, I got two brothers, and they both have daughters. You know, I come from a family of three boys, right? I have two brothers. And my one brother has 4 girls, and my other brother has 2 girls. So I got 6 nieces. It's fucking crazy.
So you have the only... you have the only little skipper?
Right side is the only heir to the name. Yeah, we actually just had that conversation this morning, by the way.
Dominic is the only Notero out there besides me.
My son is the only heir to the name. I had to get that through to him today. That he needs to find an Asian girl real soon and start popping off some nuts.
Well, at least in the next 2 years.
Yeah, I told
him. He's 18.
Yeah, I told him. I said, well, you got a little time, but just so I need to remind you, you're the last of the fucking dynasty here, brother. But anyway, I got 6 nieces and no nephews. And my youngest niece she's a sweetheart, Emily. And she's 12 years old.
Hi, Emily. Shout out to Emily.
She's the youngest. And my brother sent her out here, or should I say my mom brought her out here, Steve, for 3 weeks to stay with her and show her around Las Vegas. Now, she's never been outside of Pennsylvania or Delaware except to go to Disney World down in Orlando, okay? So she's never even been west of the Mississippi.
You were telling me, like, I want to bring her out here because I feel like she hasn't seen, like, Hollywood and L.A., and I want to go do some good things for her.
My mom brought her out to show her around Vegas and show her where we live, and, she's never been out here. So my mom's been running around with her every single day, showing her all over Vegas. I mean, they're doing everything you could possibly do. Like I said, she's been here for 3 weeks. So I told my mom, I said, listen, let's get out of the heat a little bit, break up the monotony a little bit. let's drive out to L.A. I'll show her Hollywood, the Walk of Fame, and show her the Hollywood sign. Drive her through Beverly Hills, show her where the celebrities live. Take her out to maybe the Santa Monica Pier or out let her.
Shit, that'll get her really excited.
Yeah, let her put her feet in the Pacific Ocean. Now she's blessed because my brother actually lives on the beach in Delaware. So this little girl lives on the beach. So seeing the ocean didn't really get her excited. So we pack my wife and her and my mom. We pack up the car. I take a little 2-day road trip out to Cali. Right. We get out there. I'm driving through Beverly Hills, showing her, hey, listen, this is where the celebrities live. I drive her down Hollywood Boulevard, and she ain't saying nothing. Right.
Why don't you tell the truth? You told me she was fucking sleeping.
I turn around, she's fucking sleeping, right? I mean, she don't give
a fuck about Hollywood.
She don't give a fuck about anything I'm trying to tell her or show her or anything else.
Could you imagine Skip over here? Look, there's so-and-so's house.
Yeah.
There's Fendi. There's Gucci. That's where they make the movies.
Right.
And she's sleeping in the back of the car the whole time. Don't give a fuck, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, fuck.
I take her over to the beach, and, she barely even has a smile on her face. And then I said to my wife, you know what? She lives on the beach. This ain't doing nothing for her.
Have you found anything that has made her smile yet?
Not really.
Wow. Well, this kid right here must have it all.
She's a good kid. I love her.
That's good.
Hello, Emily.
Anyway.
She don't watch this. She better not watch this.
Absolutely not. So that's what you were filled with.
Hey, this is for adults only.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So for the last couple days, that's what you were doing while while I'm out at the beach house bawling out of control.
Shooting off nuts, apparently.
Oh, my God.
Shooting off more nuts or more fireworks, you said?
Yeah, I don't know what I shot more than nuts on the 3-day weekend with me. Anyway, let's get into a little baseball. Go ahead and grab your pens, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the deal. Dog days of summer, like I told you on Motivation 101, this is a perfect time to make money. This isn't the time where you bet 3 games a day. This isn't the time where you bet 20. This is the time where you completely pick your spots. Don't you agree, Skip?
Yes.
This is a 4-5 at the most games per week time of the year. Don't you agree?
It can be a little tricky the last week heading into the All-Star break.
And tell them why. Tell them why. This is why
because some players sit. There's players that are on the trade block right now.
Correct.
Cole Hamels came out yesterday. He's up for trade. What does he do? He gets blown up in the 5th inning. J.A. Happ is on the trade block. Rumors have it he's going to the Yankees. He got blown up in the 5th inning. But you got players that they're thinking about where they're going to be in 30 days and what team they're going to be leaving and where they're going to be headed. And there's a lot of weird things that happen right before the All-Star break. Players already have that vacation mentality in their brain. And sometimes teams that are supposed to win don't win. You could see that this past week by all the underdogs.
Correct.
All the underdogs that have been coming in the past 7 to 10 days.
My point is, at this point of the year, I don't care what you've studied, what you think you know, your algorithms, your this, that, and the other. It doesn't mean a fucking thing.
Some strange shit has been going on the past week.
There's some major strange shit. And if you ain't got connections in the bullpen to know what's going on with the vibe of the team, to know what's going on, then you're not going to win right now. So more than ever, if you want to get paid during this time, give us a call, 877-220-6540.
You want me to run that promotion right now?
Yeah, what do you want to do for him, Skip?
I'll tell you what, it's July 5th.
It's the hangover, it's the 4th of July hangover promotion.
Okay, well, July 5th, we got 11 days until the All-Star break. The last game is July 15th on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Friday's tomorrow, so there'll be 10 days left. I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's play the 10 days till the All-Star break together. If you call me this Friday, 877-220-6540, or Stu, either one, call me this Friday between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. Pacific time, and I'll take you till the All-Star break. 10 days for $10 a day for $100.
10 days for $100.
$10 a day.
If we don't get fucking 500 orders, something's wrong with that.
If I don't get at least 100 phone calls, there's something wrong. Okay? If you've been sitting on the sidelines and you've been waiting to jump on board, wait no longer, my friend. Play till the All-Star break. 10 days of baseball for $10 a day. For a $100 bill, you'll play 10 days of baseball till July 15th. 10 days, $10 a day, a $100 bill till the All-Star break. 877-220-6540. Call me ASAP. Let's go attack your bookie and kick some ass.
And you need our help right now because it's a very hard time, and it's very fucking crucial, and you got to pick your spots.
You'll get one or two plays a day for the next 10 days. There might be a day or two in there. We might decide not to bet anything. But between now and the All-Star break, you'll see a minimum of 10 plays for $10 a day, a $100 bill from now to the All-Star break. 10 days of baseball. Let's go make some money together.
Fuck, we need to discuss that. You went all out. Ladies and
That's
gentlemen,
a fucking steal.
We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to tell you how to get this fucking money, betting baseball, go over a couple power rankings, talk about who's scoring the most runs, who's scoring the least amount of runs,
right.
Best defense, offense, shit that matters right now in baseball. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Right after the break. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, a.k.a. hung the fuck over. Just came back in San Diego. 4th of July last night was a little insane for me. I haven't really slept, but can't let my fans down. Sitting here with the big skipper. We just told you some hilarious stories, a couple of things of the salesmen out there in the room. Shit that keeps you pumped up. Told you Motivation 101's about to come back. Got a lot of positive stuff that's going on here at VIP Sports. Skip, let's get into a little, what we should say, the power rankings or where people stand right now in baseball. Tell these people what's going on a little bit. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Where do you want to start?
I'm going to start with the power rankings that have come out from a source that I've been using for years that is extremely reliable. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but they came out with their power ratings right now before the All-Star break. And included in this power rating, Steve, is a simulation of the schedule for the second half. So in other words, they take into consideration the second half schedule for every one of these teams, and they've come out with what they feel are their top 10 power rankings. I'm going to go over this, and then we'll see if we agree or disagree. All right, Steve?
All right.
They got the Astros ranked number 1. I kind of agree with that.
As the best power, yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean, they're the world champions, and they should be number 1. There's no reason they should have dropped. Their pitching's phenomenal. Their defense is great.
We're going to argue about it. Go ahead.
Listen, their defense is awesome. They hit the ball. They're in the top 5 in runs scored.
Like you said, they're pitching solid all the way through. They got offense, they got defense. Yeah, they're number 1.
They got great pitching. They're number 1 in the league in defense. They fucking score runs, and they're the world champions.
Yeah, correct.
So yeah, they're ranked number 1.
Number
2, the Yankees.
Absolutely, I think they should be there. Yankees have been playing strong, in and out in first place.
They got the Cubs ranked 3rd.
I'll disagree with that. You're putting the Cubs over Boston?
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
I agree with you. They got Boston ranked 4th. I'd have to bump Boston up to 3rd.
Yeah, definitely.
And the Cubs down. And this one's going to surprise you. They got the Dodgers ranked 5th in the league.
I don't know.
I disagree with that. Kershaw's back on the DL again. I don't have the Dodgers in the top fucking 10.
No?
No.
Oh, man, I definitely put them at like 6 or 7.
I don't.
As far as how strong they are right now, you don't put them above the Nationals, and you don't even put them above Cleveland.
Now, keep in mind.
Do you?
Keep in mind, this simulates the schedule for the rest of the year.
Correct.
So they're taking into consideration their entire schedule in the second half. So, they got Astros 1, Yankees 2.
What does the schedule have anything to do with it if your whole team's hurting? No, I'm saying if your whole team's hurting fucked up.
Well, it has a lot to do with it. Now, I'll explain to you why. I'm glad you asked. The Phillies in June started out 1-7 the first 8 games in June. They ended up the month of June, I think, 1 game off of 500, which is a pretty nice turnaround considering they started the month 1-7. Every team that the Phillies played in the month of June were contenders. They were all playoff teams.
Do any Philly teams win any championship in 2018?
What the fuck does that have to do with it?
I want to ask you, didn't you win the Super Bowl?
We could repeat. Probably not. It's very hard to repeat. But they're going to have just as good a team. If not better.
Is the Phillies going to be there at the end this year?
It's going to be a hell of a race. Let me just say that.
Who could fucking take you out?
The way we just smacked around the fucking Nationals.
Yeah.
It's going to be. I'll tell you what. The Phillies have the possibility to win the fucking East, the National League East.
Can they stay strong though?
They're for real. They got some flaws. I mean, they got some serious flaws. They suck in. They're terrible at defense. But anyway, I can talk about the Phillies all day long. Can they make the playoffs? Absolutely. Can they win that division? Absolutely they can.
All right.
Especially when we go get Machado right now, which we better fucking do.
Number 5, Dodgers. Number 6, Cleveland. Number 7, Nationals. Number 8, Arizona Diamondbacks. Number 9, Brewers. Number 10, Angels.
Yeah, there's your list of the top 10 power ratings, according to a reliable source that I use frequently. There's a couple surprises. I'm surprised Seattle isn't in the top. They got Seattle ranked 12.
Yeah,
I think Seattle's better than the Angels. I think Seattle is better than the Dodgers. And I think they're better than the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, they are. For sure they are. I mean, if you rank right now, they are.
Yeah, they should definitely be in the top 10. They got them ranked 12th. And here's another shock. They got the Braves ranked 14th. Not so sure about that.
Team that came out number 1 fucking
They got the second best record in the National League. They're in first place in the East, and they got them ranked 14th. I disagree.
They were in first place for a long time in the first half of the season.
Atlanta's better than the Diamondbacks. They're better than the Nationals, and they're better than the Brewers.
Agreed. Two sleepers.
Yeah, I mean, they should Seattle and Atlanta should be in the top 10.
Hey.
And I think they should bump out the Diamondbacks and possibly the Angels out of the top 10.
The more that I think about this, the Cubs should be put down to like number 6. That's number 5.
I could have them 5 or 6 easily.
Fuck. All right, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going over these type of things for you right now because,
Just some baseball talk.
Just want to go over a little talk, over a little education 101.
If you're looking for us to give you specific information on teams that are going to win this weekend.
Too hungover. Just pay and call.
So that you can bet them for free. It's not going to happen this podcast. You can turn it off right now.
So here's what we're going
to what will happen for a lousy
$100 bill.
Yeah, for a lousy $100 bill, which is $10 a day for the next 10 days, I'll actually talk to you personally and tell you exactly what to bet and how to bet it with the proper money management skills. So if you can't afford $10 a day to beat your bookie, stop gambling. Stop betting sports.
Yeah, definitely. What we're going to do now is get into the teams that scored the most amount of runs, team that scored the least amount of runs. And remember, these trends pay a lot of fucking money, so pay attention. Skip, why don't we start with the most amount?
Teams, the number 1 offense in baseball, Red Sox, averaging 5.2 runs a game.
Before we get into that, we want to know that most runs scored and least runs scored are sponsored by our boys over there at paperhead.com, Big Skipper.
All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Most runs scored, the Red Sox, and actually they're tied with the Yankees. They're both averaging 5.2 runs a game. Boston and New York Yankees, top offenses in the league. Number 3, the Cubs are averaging 5.1. The Atlanta Braves are averaging 5 runs a game. They got offense over there, Atlanta.
They do.
They're no joke.
Well, they're not going to win nothing, but yeah, they're no joke. I don't know, man. They're not
going to win the World Series, but I mean, they're contenders in the National League. That's for sure.
They're better than
Are
Phillies.
you all right, bro?
I'm
You
fantastic.
seem to be stressing over there. You okay? Want some water?
Water? Do I seem like I need some water?
You're breathing deep, dude. And normally it's me breathing heavy.
I told you I've had a rough couple days.
I know you have.
I stay dedicated, though. One
You
thing
all right?
about me is I do whatever it takes to get the job done.
All right,
You know what I mean?
I'll just check
I don't
on
ever
it.
give up. I don't never fucking lose.
You need me to call 911, let me know.
I've never ran a race to lose, my friend.
I understand.
You got winners
You're
and
just
losers.
breathing
Which
heavy,
one?
bro.
Breathing heavy?
You
This
see me
motherfucker
coughing?
is coughing up his lung telling me that I'm breathing breathing heavy. Huh.
I am having some issues coughing here, as usual.
Most runs scored, number 1, Red Sox, 5.2. Yankees, number 2, 5.2. These two are scoring pretty much the exact same amount of runs.
Cubs and Atlanta, 3 and 4.
That's why they have Cubs up on the power ranking is because of the runs.
Their offense, number 3 in offense.
Correct. What about their pitching?
Suspect.
Agreed. What'd you say? Atlanta at 5?
Yeah.
Astros
Atlanta at 4.
Atlanta
you got
at 4?
Boston and the Yankees, and then the Cubs, Atlanta, and then coming in 5th best offense in the league, Houston Astros, tied with Cleveland, surprisingly. That was a shock to me. I didn't realize Cleveland was number 6 in offense.
Yeah, but still at 5 runs, right?
Yeah, they're averaging
So it's only
5.
0.2 off the leader, dude.
Yeah, they're averaging 5 runs a game. I mean, that's actually kind of shocking to me.
Why?
Because Cleveland's offense is suspect. I mean, they'll go fucking a whole series only scoring 2 runs.
Well, how about when you see the White Sox win every 4 games by 10 runs out of nowhere? I mean, where these people
that
come
happens too sometimes.
It just comes out of nowhere.
Let's talk about horrible offenses.
Teams
that scored the least amount of runs, Steve.
Correct.
What's the worst offense in baseball?
No doubt about it. Kansas City Royals have not been loyal to anybody as far as money making is concerned.
Kansas City is horrible.
Keep them off your ticket.
Averaging 3.5 runs a game.
Correct.
Right behind them, the 3 teams are tied for second. Miami, Baltimore, and San Diego all averaging 3.7 runs a game. So the worst offense right now is Kansas City. Right behind them, Miami, Baltimore, San Diego just cannot find any offense whatsoever.
Who would you say is the best out of those 3? Balti?
No, I'd actually take San Diego out of those 3.
Why? Only because they're hot?
They're scrappy. They fight.
I got you. All right.
Baltimore has too many prima donnas, and they just have given up.
Kansas City's the worst in scoring. Miami, Balti, San Diego tied for second worst. Then who do we got?
Tied for third worst would be Tampa Bay, Chicago White Sox, and the Mets, just under 4 runs a game at 3.9. So you got 7 teams, Steve. 7 teams out of the 30 that score under 3.9 runs or less a game. Kansas City, Miami, Baltimore, San Diego, Tampa Bay, the White Sox, and the Mets. That's a lot of teams. There's no offense out here, brother.
Right.
No offense. More strikeouts than ever this year. This is the first time in history that there may be more strikeouts in a season than hits.
Well, I'll tell you.
You know that?
I guarantee it.
Crazy.
But the way that if it keeps holding up the way that it is, it's going to be a record. How about this? There's 7 teams that have scored under 3.9 games per game, runs per game.
7 out of 30.
So less than 4 runs. 7 fucking teams that can't even average 4 runs a game.
That's 25% of the league.
When you think about it, it is.
Yeah. Well, that leads me to, we're going to talk about overs and unders.
Here, Major League Baseball players, man, you got to average. There's only 1 run difference between number 1 and the worst.
A lot more unders than overs this year, and a lot of strikeouts. I blame it on a couple of things, but I mean, nowadays it's all about trajectory and fucking launch angle and the way they got them hitting in the batting cages with the fucking projector. I mean, I've never seen more uppercuts in my life. Everyone goes up to the plate uppercutting. They all want to hit home runs. They all want to be on the front page of the sports section. Whatever happened to the line drive hitters, Steve? The slap hitters, the Ichiros, the Tony Gwynns, It's a lost art. Hitting a line drive is actually a lost art anymore.
I don't know.
I mean, great hitters like Pete Rose and Tony Gwynn and Ichiro.
Jeter used to do it on the regular too.
They're slap hitters. They're line drive hitters. Everybody wants to launch the fucking ball now. Everybody wants to put it in the bleachers.
Yeah, it's kind of like back to the McGuire Sosa without all the drugs. Everyone wants to be the home run dude.
It's even Bryce Harper. He's batting .215, but he's leading the National League in home runs.
Yeah.
It's like home run, strikeout, or nothing with these guys now.
So anyway,
I've never seen more fucking major league players batting under 240 or 230 in my life. These guys are getting major league paychecks batting .215. Are you kidding me?
Brings me back to my point. Skip and I have told you from preseason, from day 1, all the way to today, that it was an under league.
Yeah.
And it shows right fucking here. You got 7 teams under fucking 25% of the league scoring less than 4 runs, 3.9 to be fucking exact. The top teams at 5.
Right.
I mean, you're talking to 75% under throughout the entire year. I mean, it's just been paying tremendously.
You only got 6 teams that are averaging 5-point runs or more a game, okay? But you got 7 that are averaging 3.9 or less.
And you can only
25% of the league can't even put up 4 runs a game.
Correct. You can find 5 or 6 teams trending to the under. You're lucky if you can find 2
trending to the over. Correct.
So anyway, listen, we're going to get into best defense and the worst defense, and that's sponsored by our boys over there at paperhead.com. You want to make a killing off the 2018 FIFA World Cup? In fact, sports fans spend nearly $500 billion every year betting on soccer. Now time for you to get a piece of the pie. Paperhead.com offers the best player management software in the industry and the right tools to start building a successful online business. And today, they're practically giving away this service to the VIP sports fans. Call 888-978-0288 to get 50% off their Prime package. With exclusive encrypted agent-to-agent messaging, premium live wagering on more than 900 events, and an unparalleled agent interface, Paperhead.com has the experience and knowledge that you need to get started in this industry. Stop wasting time. Start making real money today. Give them a call, 888-978-0288. Tell them Steve Stevens or the Big Skipper sent you. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Let's get into that defensive rankings. We just went over teams that put up runs and teams that don't put up runs. We just talked to you about the overall power rankings.
Is it all coming together for you guys now?
Yeah.
We're trying to show you the couple elements that you need to focus on to make money betting sports right now.
Now we're going to talk to you about the best and the worst defenses in Major League Baseball. Start off with the best defense, Steve.
Well, it has to be if they're power ranked number one. I'd have to say the Houston Astros there,
Correct.
Skip.
The world champion Astros.
0.37 errors per game. That's fucking amazing.
So that means they only make one error for every 3 games. That's pretty good.
Well, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's real fucking good.
They average 1 error every 3 games.
Here's something that'll blow your mind. Best defense. Number 2, Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yes, they are.
Only a nudge at 0.38 error per game. So not right there with the...
Well, the Diamondbacks, again, you know, everybody thinks they have this incredible lineup that puts up a lot of runs. They don't score a lot of runs. They weren't in the top 6 in run production.
No, but
their pitching is not that great.
Number 2 best defenses in the league, though. That's something.
Yeah, defense will win you games, my friend.
It sure will, but if you don't have no offense, it can't happen.
Well, you need good pitching, and you need to put up at least 5 runs a game, and your defense should be okay, which is why the Astros are number 1. Best defense in the league, excellent pitching, and number 5 in offense. When you're number 1 in defense and number 5 in offense, and your starting pitching is phenomenal, yeah, you're going to be pretty good.
Number 3, the Colorado Rockies.
3rd best defense in the league in Colorado.
Yeah, well,
they got a great infield. Arenado, Trevor Story,
and
LeMahieu.
Amazingly, also at home, a field that you figure, wiffle ball park, as you would say, that you can kill. They've actually went under this year more than fucking ever.
Colorado, yeah.
And a field where you think they're going to kill people. So
surprising.
Yep. Number 4 is the Washington Nationals' best defense, ladies and gentlemen.
And the fact a lot of Colorado games have been under this year is because of that defense.
Obviously.
If you're not committing fucking errors and your defense is ranked number 3 in the league,
you ain't giving shit up. Doesn't matter how long the fence is, huh?
Yeah, chances are you'll be leaning towards some unders.
I agree. Number 4, the Washington Nationals.
4th best defense in the league. That's what's keeping them in the park.
Correct. Number 5, the Angels, LA Angels. So number 1, Houston. Number 2, Arizona. Number 3, Rockies. Number 4, Nationals. And number 5, Angels. All these teams, 0.37, 0.38, 0.40, 0.40 errors per game. So it all makes sense. Now, these are some teams, ladies and gentlemen, that have the worst fucking defenses. And that means a lot right now going into the All-Star break. And you'll see that when you call up and spend the $100 bill and get that 10 days till the All-Star break. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
What's the worst defense in baseball?
Now, one thing you'll notice about these teams are also over teams, except for maybe the White Sox. 4 out of 5 of these teams trend towards the over. In fact, the Giants, we just told you 3 podcasts ago, were number 1 in the league to the over, the San Francisco Giants. So when your defense sucks and you're committing errors, that's going to lead to runs.
Yeah. Because
not only is the other team getting on base through hitting or through walking, routine fucking plays, you're committing errors. So if you've got a horrible defense, chances are those teams are trending to the over because there's more runners on base than should be.
Correct.
The worst defense in the league right now is the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely shocking to me.
Why?
Okay. Because
of the talent?
They got some veterans on that team.
Yeah, they got some OGs over there for sure.
And Yadier Molina isn't going to stand for errors. St. Louis has always been a very fundamentally sound team, which is why they get to the postseason frequently. But the Cardinals ranked number 1 as far as the worst defense. They're averaging 0.83 errors per game,
which means they're beating themselves pretty much.
They're beating themselves. Just shy of one error per game. That's horrible. Second worst defense in the league is the White Sox.
That's no.
So when you can't score runs, they were on the least amount of runs scored list, the White Sox, and you're second in the league in defense.
Which means you can fucking score on them nonstop.
Right. You can't score, and you got the second worst fucking defense in the league. Great team to bet against.
Definitely.
The White Sox.
You catching our drift now, guys?
The 3rd worst defense in the league is my mighty Phillies, coming in at committing 0.73 errors per game. And the reason for that, Steve, very young. And our catcher, Alfaro, who's a beast, he's got one of the best catching arms, if not the best in the league. We got a young infield, brother. We got a lot of young infielders. Besides Cesar Hernandez at second base is our veteran. Our infield's kind of young, especially on the left side. So
worst defense, number 1, St. Louis. Number 2, White Sox. Number 3 to Philly. Number 4, Texas.
And the 5th worst defense, San Francisco. So the 5 worst teams in defense, St. Louis, the White Sox, the Phillies, Texas Rangers, and the San Francisco Giants.
Pretty
So
much. So
there you have it. You have teams that score, teams that don't score.
And
Teams with great defense, teams that fucking commit nothing but errors.
And that's crucial in making money in sports betting right now.
Absolutely,
Like
absolutely.
I said, if you're putting your hard-earned money on the fucking game, you want to fucking win, that's for sure. You know, I didn't call to waste your time or mine. I called you for one reason and one reason only, to make you money. I mean, let me ask you a question. You do like making money, correct?
Correct.
All right, good. So I just want to move over to a couple more stats. Underdogs. I'm going to give you some league trends. 625 and 483. 50% underdogs all year long, which if you add the adjustments, what's that come out to? 68, 60?
Wasn't I just talking about that?
67, 68%?
A lot of weird things have been going on, especially right before the All-Star break.
So
Underdogs are barking.
yes, they are.
For the season, 56% dogs.
Now,
and
Skip,
44% favorites. Now, what you just asked
let's
me,
explain to them what you have to add on there, will you?
another reason why baseball is extremely profitable. Okay?
It's for underdogs are profitable.
It's unlike any other sport out there. You're going to get a 10 to 15% edge in value betting money lines and underdogs in baseball that you will not get in football or basketball or hockey.
Plus $1.40, plus $1.70, plus $1.35, plus $2.
The underdog value on money line betting in baseball is
That's how we've got rich.
is a 10 to 15% edge, okay? So when you got 56% of underdogs winning and your average underdog price is $1.33, $1.35, you can add 10 to 15% to that. So that's actually like a 65 to 68% when you add that extra 10 to 15% value on the plus money on the money line.
Which means underdogs is completely out of control. And like I said, that's why you need us to focus, because we're going to put 100% of our dick right in your bookie's mouth. We're going to make sure that he pays. He's going to make sure that he gives us everything that we need to, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, my man. I'm coming out of 4th of July. I got a plane to catch in an hour and a half. Skip's coming to see me tomorrow. You want to catch us? We'll be balling out of control in San Diego, ladies and gentlemen, at least till Friday. Skip's going to be holding down the office, taking care of that promotion that he ran. But more importantly, all I want to do is make you guys money. This is the time of the year. It's the dog days of summer, and you got to know what the fuck you're going to do. You got to stay focused. You got to be motivated. When you wake up in the morning, stay positive. Don't wonder if you're going to make money. Wonder how much money you're going to fucking make. Be positive. If you don't have anything good to say, don't say it. You got negative people talking around you, get them the fuck away from you. Like I said, they're dream stealers, and at this point, you only want guys that can take you to the next level. Surround yourself with people that got more than you. See who the best is in your industry, imitate them, and then surpass his bitch ass, because nobody can tell you what you can do. Your brain is a very powerful thing, and like I said, you can be whatever you want to be in this lifetime. You just got to give it 100%. Like I said, you got to stay focused, hard work and dedication, and dedicate yourself to the craft. And I guarantee you this, you'll end up making some money and be in the top of the board. Like I said, you don't take no for an answer, and do whatever it takes to get the job done. Wouldn't you agree, Skip?
I'd say hashtag take care of that morning wood.
Goddamn right. Anyway, 4th of July was a blast, ladies and gentlemen. We lit fireworks off. Now let's go light a bottle rocket and put it right up your bookie's ass and go take him for everything he has, like Skip said. We'll hold him upside down and shake him for every fucking dollar we have. We'll hit the home run. All we need you guys to do is run the bases. Glad you made it safe out of the 4th of July. Behalf of VIP Sports, myself, the Big Skipper, we love you. Let's go get this money, and I hope you enjoy the next couple weeks of the best of videos. We look forward to coming back very strong for the new season. A lot of special guests. We'll talk to you more about the TV shows that we got going. We'll talk to you about the release of Master Closer 101 and the release of millions of dollars this year for preseason football.
Shout out to the troops, and God bless America, and happy post 4th of July. And if you're celebrating this weekend, be safe, don't drink and drive. Shout out to the military. God bless America.
We love you. Peace.
It's Steve Stevens, I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Popping bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the palm play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Pirate.